Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up, chat? What's up? Kona. I see. What's up, bro? Womack, what's up? Yeah, I restarted the stream because I wanted to get. I accidentally like had the title wrong. I had it just ranking Hatsu's, but I wanted it to be ranking Hatsu abilities, and it was just bothering me, so I just restarted it. Yeah, we're good now, Snalium. Literally the same thing, not gonna lie. It's just like I don't know. I just thought that this is a better title, bro. I don't know. I don't know. It just looks better to me. Only a few people got to see the original ranking Hatsu stream for the like 2 minutes that it was up. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Also, Kite's top one. He's up there. He has a pretty crazy power. But yeah, what's up, everybody? So, oh yeah, in chat, let me know. Like I was saying before, let me know if the audio goes bad. Let me know. Try refreshing the page. I'm really not sure why that happened. Like I was re-listening to the live stream I did last time, and the audio just went out for like 20 seconds in the beginning portion. But if that happens here, try refreshing the page. And see if that works. It might just be like a internet like streaming issue thing. So yeah, and if the audio goes out, let me know. So that way I can do a summary of like what I had just said that like was not there. Hopefully the audio's sounding pretty good now. Let me know in the chat how it's sounding to you guys. But yeah, today we're going to be just ranking Hatsu abilities. And just kind of going in detail about which ones are just the strongest. There's a lot of different elements to that. This is not the same thing as saying like who's the strongest Nen user. Like we did a stream for that a while ago, like 8 months ago or something, where it was like top 30 strongest Hunter x Hunter characters. That was more just like talking about who's overall the strongest Nen users. This one is just talking about like what Nen ability in general is just the strongest. And while we're at it, like after we're gonna put a tier list together too. After we do that, we can have like a small discussion on like what Nen type is the strongest too. Audio's fine. We back. Yep, we're back. We're back. Chrollo, what's up? Who wins, Kurapika or I don't see the next part. But all right, guys, let's go ahead and just start talking about this. And also my fault on not getting the Zodiac versus Zoldyck video out by today. It should have been out today. I was saying it earlier in the stream. The honest, true reason why it's not out, bro. I was playing mad Street Fighter last night, bro. I could have finished it last night. I'm not gonna lie to you. I could have finished the video, and I just chose Street Fighter. It was a mistake. I'm not gonna lie, but I had so much fun. That is also true. But that's the reason why Zodiac versus Zoldyck is not here yet. I was just gaming Street Fighter late into the night when I should have been editing late into the night. That's the honest truth. That's why the video's not out. My fault on that. But it will be out soon. It will be out soon. All right, let's go ahead and start yapping about this. So there's a lot of different broken Hatsu abilities in the story, and I think when you're creating a tier list ranking them, there's a few different things to like take into account. Like there's some Hatsu abilities that are just strong no matter who uses them. But then there's other Hatsu abilities that are like just strong for that one person. Like a good example would be someone like Youpi. His ability to just like make an aura cannon, it wouldn't be that strong if you gave that ability to someone who doesn't have a lot of aura. Like, so if, for example, if someone like Zushi, let's just say Zushi was an emitter and he used Youpi's aura cannon, it probably wouldn't really do much. It might be like weaker than Gon's paper, for example. But then there's other abilities that are just super strong, like hack space, no matter who has them. So we'll take all that into account and just like yap about all of that, all right? So to start off, like talking about different Hatsu abilities, here are some honorable mentions, like Shalnark's ability, where if he hits you with his needle, he can just like one-shot control you. We don't know if there's a limit to that. Like, we don't know if you could just aura diff that. Like, if you have way more aura than him, can he still control you or not? We don't actually know. So I'm not gonna lie, like manipulators will probably be pretty high on this list because from what we've seen, it kind of looks like they just one-shot anybody. But based on like how Hunter x Hunter has been written, where they say stuff like, all abilities have strengths and weaknesses. You would think that there would be some counter to it. If I'm being completely honest with you, chat, I think like one of the things Hunter x Hunter struggles with is kind of the same thing like early One Piece struggled with, where it's like an ability seems unbeatable, but it's not. It's just we haven't seen the people who can beat it yet. Like if you watch One Piece, like the Logia users, the people who were made of like ice, light, fire, people who were made of like abilities like that, in the first like 300 or 400 chapters of One Piece, you saw them and just thought, oh, there's like no way to fight them. But like once you get to chapter like 500, 600, you realize like Logia users are getting low diffed by mid-level pirates like the moment they learn hockey. So I think that's kind of the same thing Hunter x Hunter struggles with when you see abilities like the manipulators who can one-shot people, or even abilities like Godspeed where it looks like he could speed blitz like 99% of the verse. I think there are actual counters to it that we just haven't fully seen yet. So we'll talk about that more too, but yeah, but manipulators are all like pretty broken from what we've seen. Like Shalnark's is crazy, Lumi's ability is crazy, where he can just kind of one-shot you with his needle. But there might be counters to it too, so that's all interesting. Another guy is Chrollo. You forgot Smoker. Oh yeah, Kona. Smoker's the best example. He seemed invincible in the beginning, but now Smoker is like a freaking Frankie level guy. Like people think like Frankie, if Frankie has hockey, would beat him and stuff. It's like, you know, so I think that's what Hunter x Hunter's dealing with right now. We just don't have enough chapters to see all the counters to some of the hacks abilities, but they're like the top ranking Hatsus. They're like abilities that have hacks that I don't think have counters to them. So I'll talk about that too. Okay. And yeah, Nicholas, we're making a tier list, right? I'm going to go through some like cool Hatsu abilities first, talk about them, and then we're going to make a tier list. Okay, Chrollo, he's another one who has a really broken power where he can just steal people's Nen abilities from them. And it's like, he's not just copying the ability like how Jing does, he's legitimately taking it from them. Like, I don't think that they can use their Hatsu at all when Chrollo steals it from them. Like, that was shown with, when he stole the future telling ability from that one girl in the York New City arc. I don't think she was capable of like looking into the future when Chrollo stole the book. And like, didn't she get sick for a while, or she was like bedridden for a while? And I think it might have been due to the stress of just like not being able to see the future. Someone correct me in the chat if I'm wrong about that. But no, Chrollo has a really strong ability. I just think one of the things that holds it back is that it just has so many conditions to it. Like on the screen here, you see a list of all the things he has to do in order to steal an ability. And like, if he's fighting someone really powerful, it's almost impossible to do this. Like, look at all the things you have to do. He has to see the ability work. Then he has to ask questions about Nen, and the person has to respond with an answer. He has to place their palm on the book's cover. And then he has to do all three of those parts within 1 hour. And wait, is that everything? Maybe it's not too bad, but it's like against someone like on the same tier as him, it's pretty hard to do. It's pretty hard to do, okay? Like Zeno and Silva were saying like he wouldn't be able to steal their ability while fighting them at the same time. But yeah, it's a crazy ability. It just has a lot of conditions in order to do it, which I think would hold it back a little bit on the list. Like if he could just steal abilities for free, that'd be pretty nuts. But we'll just keep going. He has other abilities too. Like the abilities in his book are crazy. Like I would say like some of the abilities in his book are crazier than the book itself. Okay. Chrollo, you said, yeah, if he steals it, you can't use it anymore. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, and off screen, yeah, Neon did, yeah. Okay, sick. Another really cool ability in the series is Morel's Deep Purple, where he just uses smoke and can kind of create anything out of it. And the things that he creates with his smoke vary in power. Like, for example, he can create, I believe the number was 216 clones with it, and he can make them look like other people too. So it's kind of like a shadow clone ability, but made of smoke. And he can make them like range and power. If he makes like full power clones, I think instead of 216, he makes 50 of them, which is kind of interesting. And it was stated that the clones were like stronger than the puppets Pito could create. like his like full power ones were stronger than Pito's puppets, like that Pito was making out of humans. Another thing though, he says that he's never, like Morel says he's never met anyone with an ability more flexible than his own, which is a pretty crazy statement considering that like he's fought an insane number of Nen battles. We don't even know how many he's fought, but probably more than Knuckle has, and Knuckle has over 5,000. So it's very likely that he's been through thousands and thousands of Nen battles, seen countless abilities, and amongst all of them, his is the most adaptable. He can just use it for a lot of things. Like we've also seen he could make like ropes out of the smoke that were stated to be pretty much indestructible. In Smoky Jail, Youpi couldn't break through Smoky Jail. So he has a really crazy ability. Here's him like turning it into a boat while he's fighting someone. It's pretty crazy. Okay. Another thing we have here is Knuckle. Knuckle's ability, in complete honesty, it's actually my favorite ability in the story. APR, it's just, I think it's just like a genius use of the Nen combat system, and it kind of just like perfectly explains like Hunter x Hunter Nen battles, in my opinion. It's just a very complex ability, and it's very hacks at the same time, but it also has weaknesses. I think it's like the perfect Nen ability, in my opinion. It's just like the coolest one. It's my favorite one. So here's him saying that like interest increases by 10% every 10 seconds. And basically like a simple explanation of how APR works is Knuckle hits you one time, this monster appears beside you, and the monster has a number on it. That number is consistently getting bigger at a fast rate, and when the number on that monster is bigger than the total amount of aura you have left, then you lose. You go bankrupt and you can't use aura again for 30 days. The crazy thing about it is like the number on the on that monster that appears behind the opponent, that number represents like your aura debt. Like in here in this panel on the left, Gon had like 1,500 aura debt already. And that just increases, even if you do nothing, it just keeps increasing at a pretty fast rate. This is him talking about it. It's like, even if you have like great aura control, it's going to increase by 1 every second. But if you use Nen abilities like Ken, Gyo, Ryu, all these things, it can increase by 6 to 10 times faster than that. Then on top of that, when you use Hatsu, you can use like thousands of aura in a single time. And on top of all of that, like aura's just, I mean, the interest is increasing by 10% on its own. And when he hits you, the aura debt increases even faster too. The really crazy thing about this ability that's like kind of hacks based is until you pay back all the debt, Knuckle doesn't even take damage. It's just one of like the smartest, coolest powers in the story, in my opinion. And it just kind of, I mean, really in a 1v1, if you can't speed blitz Knuckle or you can't one-shot him in a single attack, it's almost impossible to beat him. It's actually insane. Like, against Gon went bankrupt within, I think, like 4 minutes. It was around 4 minutes he went bankrupt. Against Youpi, it stated that bankrupt in about 12 minutes. Right? Oh, no. I think it was, yeah, they say the exact number. It's 11 minutes and 43 seconds. Youpi would have went bankrupt. Youpi, the dude who had 700,000 aura, probably more than that, still would have went bankrupt within just 11 minutes of fighting. There's a couple different things about this scene with Youpi that I wanted to talk about because it's interesting for like power scaling Youpi and really power scaling Knuckle too, because it shows you how hacks like his ability is. Just to be completely honest, the amount of people in the verse who have more aura than Youpi is, it's guaranteed to be extremely small. There might be 0 humans with more aura than him, other than someone like maybe Don Freaksis. I don't even know if, I don't know if even Netero had more aura than Youpi did. Still going to go bankrupt within 11 minutes of fighting. But there's some really interesting numbers here that I wanted to talk about. But before I talk about those numbers, basically someone like Gon, even while someone like Gon was going to go bankrupt in 4 minutes, someone like Youpi was going to go bankrupt in less than 12 minutes. So like everyone in the verse would lose to Knuckle within like 10 minutes of fighting, more or less. You said lag? Wait, lag or just you? Yeah, chat, if the audio starts messing up, someone let me know. Someone let me know so that way I can repeat the stuff that I just said, okay? You said it lagged for you too. Lagged for a second. Is the audio good though, chat? Yeah, chat. Let me know if the audio is good, okay? Oh, a lot of people saying lag, lag, lag. Okay, but yeah, if the audio's bad, let me know and I'll repeat it. But if the audio's good, I'll just keep going, okay? Let me know, let me know. It's fine now? Okay, sick. So I'll just keep going. And if you guys need me to repeat anything, just let me know, okay? But yeah, basically what I was just saying there is like, people like Gon went bankrupt 4 minutes. People like Youpi, who are like near the pinnacle of the verse in Aura, went bankrupt in less than 12, or would have went bankrupt in less than 12. So everyone in the verse would be within that time frame somewhere. And that's even if like if Knuckles hitting you at the same time, like if he's just a superior fighter than you, then it'll be even faster because he'll just light you up, and then the aura debt's just going to increase with every punch he lands. And on top of all of that, you cannot hurt him until you've paid back all the debt. And unless you have like some big like rock type attack, or you have like an ability to speed blitz him, it's going to be very hard to pay back the aura debt on someone like Knuckle, who's a very experienced fighter, stated to be physically on par with Kite. He's really just challenging to deal with, honestly. He's really just challenging to deal with, okay? But let's talk about Youpi here. So there's this statement here where they say about, what point was it? This was 7 minutes evasion. So 7 minutes 53 seconds into fighting, Youpi's total aura was down to less than 500,000. Okay, this is actually really interesting. This is really interesting because we know that Youpi had around 700k. So that means like in 7 minutes 53 seconds, Youpi used 200,000 aura at least, like around 200,000 aura. To put that into perspective, one of Gon's rocks was stated to be like 2,000 aura. So that would be like doing 100 rocks, right? Is that right? Yeah, that's like the equivalent of using 100 rocks. Like in just 7 minutes of fighting, Youpi went through 100 rocks worth of aura because he burned through 200,000 aura and 7 minutes. And yeah, in just 7 minutes 53 seconds, he burned through like 100 of Gon's rocks worth of like power, and he was just moving along like nothing happened. Like, he actually was insane, and that's why they're talking about Youpi's aura felt inexhaustible to them. But it was like him transforming and doing these aura cannon explosions were just insane. Cosmic Cookie, you said, what criteria am I using to rank them? We'll get into that in a little bit. Like, basically, there's a difference between just having, like Youpi's the best example. Someone like Youpi, if he's using the aura cannon ability, it's super strong for him. But if like someone like Zushi had that same ability, was an emitter just like Youpi, used the aura cannon, it wouldn't be that strong. Like for Youpi, it's really strong because of how much aura he has. But then there's other abilities that are just broken no matter what, like the manipulators have. So we'll talk about all of that, and we're gonna like line them up. We'll have like discussion about it when we get to the tier list portion, okay? So yeah, Youpi's just insane. Like, I don't know, I've just never seen anyone talk about that he went through 200 rocks worth of aura in just 7 minutes of fighting, and he wasn't like complaining about it at all. That's nothing. That's not even like half of his aura. Like, because one rock used 2,000 aura, and he had like more than 700k. He's insane, okay? Next we have people like Shoot. Shoot is like a really versatile hacks-based ability as well. Shoot can pretty much battlefield remove people if he damages them enough. He just traps them in his like cage, turns them into like a action figure sized person, and just traps them in the cage, which is pretty crazy. He can do that if he damages them enough. So like he does, like one of the things that makes that really broken is he doesn't have to knock people out. He doesn't have to be strong enough to like beat them. He can like defeat people without KOing them, which is kind of crazy. Another thing is like he can blind people pretty fast. Like we saw when he fought Killua, he hit Killua one time and removed his eye. So like in theory, if shoot hits you twice, you're just blind and you have to fight him blind from then on, which is pretty crazy. Also, I wonder if he has like the freedom to choose parts of the human body he's trapping at one point. Like, would he be able to like remove someone's feet and just make it so they can't like walk anymore? You know, he seems pretty broken too. And I think Shoot's also a manipulator. I think he's a manipulator. I'll have to check. But I might do a separate stream where we rank Hatsu types. But this one's really hacks. Another one is Misa Stone. His is just kind of interesting. I think there might be more to it than what we've seen. I think there's more to it than what we've seen. But like here he shows he can just like he pulls out like these like playing cards and can freeze people with them. I wonder what the limitation to this is. Like, I wonder if you can just flex and break out of it if you have enough aura, or does it just like freeze anyone? I don't really know. He has 3 different cards. He says the blue admits them to the courtroom, the yellow one puts them under control, and then the red dismisses them. Okay, and then we see here in his first interaction with these people, he just restrains them. So I mean, since it's like in black and white, we don't know what card he's using. It might be the yellow. Like if he's talking about it in like if you look in the left-hand panel, and it goes from left to right, then the middle one would be the yellow card. No matter which way you go, the middle one would probably be the yellow card if it's like in the same order of how he's listing them. And it looks like that's the card he's using against these people in the right-hand panel. So like the yellow card to put them under his control, I think that's what he's doing here with the restrain. So when he says the blue admits them to the courtroom, I wonder what that really means. Maybe admitting them to the courtroom is something different than just freezing them. I'm not exactly sure. So I don't know. That's kind of an interesting power. And then like one of the craziest in the entire verse is Knov's. This one is one of the craziest in the entire verse. Like Knov can create portals to like a subspace that he's created. And if he wants to, he can just chill in there. Like he could put like a PlayStation in that subspace, just play some Street Fighter. He can chill, do whatever he wants. But the crazy thing is like how he can just kind of like, if you guys have seen Naruto, what's that? What is Kakashi Shark? Oh yeah, the Kamui. He can kind of just Kamui people's like heads off. Okay? And we don't really know if there's a limit to this. Like, I don't know if you can just tank this. I don't, like, if you have enough aura, can you just like defend it with just raw aura? Or is this just actually like the most broken Hatsu in the verse? It might be. I think it might be like a top 5 like broken one, because like I don't know if there's any way you can counter it. It like he just creates a portal where your head is, and then the head just vanishes. So I don't know if there's any way to even block that, really. Skyrim, you said genuinely the best Hatsu may be Netero's 100 type Guanyin hands. Yeah, we can talk about that too. And is that the last one? Yeah, that's the last one I have here. So let's go ahead and get to creating the tier list here. Let's get to creating the tier list. Hey. All right, let's get to making this tier list, okay? So I have different tiers here. I have top 5, I have high tier, I have mid tier, and then I have kinda trash. So let's just start going through this, okay? Let's start going through this. I think Knov, where's Knov at? Where is Knov at? Knov right off the bat has to be super high. Like, if Knov isn't top 5, then he's high. Like, he might be the bottom of top 5, bro. Like, Knov might be in the top 5, I'm not gonna lie. It's just such a broken power no matter who you are, bro. Let me see if I can close this ad. Can I? Oh, it worked. All right. Yeah, it's broken, dude. Like, the ability to just teleport people's heads into a different dimension is insane. Yeah, it's just broken. Like, that's one of the most hacks abilities in the verse, and I don't know if it can be aura diffed. I don't know. I really don't know. Mac333, you said you're cutting out. It might be like the stream lagging. It might be the stream lagging just because like my computer's chugging along, like struggling to process all this stuff. Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me, okay? But yeah, let's start putting some people up here. Killua's Godspeed ability is also super broken. Like, if Killua's not top... I don't think Killua's top 5 in the verse, but he might be top 5 out of the Hatsus we've seen. At the bare minimum, he's at, like, the pinnacle of high tier, okay? Like, Killua's Hatsu ability, Godspeed, is actually insanely broken. It's insanely broken because one of the things they say about Godspeed is that it lets Killua use speed beyond the limits of his potential. It skyrockets Killua's speed beyond the limits of his potential. So basically, it's like Killua becomes adult Killua, but even more than that for a small while. If I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, I'm not a bit like Godspeed is very cool, but I wish that it just feels like an end game power to me. It feels like an end game power, like, because I think to myself, like, if Killua can just do that, why don't all the Zoldycks just do that, man? And it makes me wonder, maybe they do. Maybe, like, a lot of the Zoldycks just, like, low-key have a Godspeed form of their own. But the ability to just, like, skyrocket beyond the limits of your, like, adult full potential with, like, almost zero drawbacks is actually insane. That's just actually kind of insane. I don't know. I wish that Godspeed had more drawbacks to it. That might be an unpopular opinion, but like ever since I first saw it, that was like a thought in my mind because I was like, man, the series has been pretty balanced up to this point, but you can just create an ability where you have speed beyond your full potential for no drawbacks. That's pretty crazy especially when you consider like Gon traded like so much just to reach his full potential for a few moments, but Killua for free can use his full potential speed beyond his full potential speed for a while. That's actually insane. Are you factoring in the difficulties to get that Hatsu itself? I mean, even with that, that's not that big a deal because it's like all the Zoldycks go through that, even like Maluki. So it's like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of, I don't know. I think Godspeed's really cool, but I don't know. It's just like actually super broken, okay? Now, let's see. Who else would be super high tier? I think the Manipulators, you got to put the Manipulators up there because they all have one-shot abilities. So, like, people like Illumi and Shalnark, their Hatsus would be pretty high up. They got to be in the high tier. Where's Illumi at? Does anyone in the chat see Illumi? Anyone say... Oh, also, like, I think, actually... the strongest Hatsu in the verse is definitely Nanika. I don't know if Nanika's ability counts as a Hatsu or if it's just straight up like who Nanika is, because it's stated that like Nanika, that's a type of species from the Dark Continent. So maybe all of them are just reality warping wish granters. They're essentially just like the Hunter x Hunter verse version of the Dragon Balls. You said 6th row, 3rd line. What's Illumi? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or maybe you meant 6 from the bottom. Illumi. Oh, here he is. Oh, you meant like... Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, here's Illumi right here. So let's move Illumi up here. So Illumi, he's got to be at least in high tier. Because what we saw with Illumi was like, he hit someone with a needle and they do work for him until they die. So, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing as Shalnark's needles. But honestly, I'm not going to lie, Shalnark's might be a little better. But the difference between Shalnark and Illumi is like Illumi can control multiple people at once, but Shalnark can only control 2 people at once at most. Like Shalnark has 2 different needles. Illumi has like tons and tons of them. Like he was controlling like hordes of people at once. But Shalnark, he just has 2 needles. One for like other people and then one he uses for himself. So chat, let me know who you think has a better Hatsu ability, Illumi or Shalnark. It's pretty much the same thing. And honestly, I wonder, would Illumi be able to control himself the same way Shalnark does? I think in theory he would be. Like, maybe all manipulators who use needles have the ability to just, like, buff themselves the same way Shalnark did. In theory, maybe they do. Chrollo's got to be up here in high tier as well. I'm going to be honest, like, some of Chrollo's abilities in his book are stronger than are like more hack-spaced than the book, right? Like, the Sun and Moon ability, the Postmortem Nen Sun and Moon ability is crazy. Like, if he touches you one time with either of his hands, it marks his opponent for life. Like, the mark will never vanish, and then if collide with each other, it creates an explosion. That's pretty insane. Chrollo above Killua. I don't know if it's better than Godspeed, to be honest. Like, Godspeed to me is just actually kind of freaking broken. The only limitations we've seen to it is that it runs out pretty fast when he's fighting. Other than that, it's legitimately just one of, like, the craziest Hatsus in the verse, basically for complete free. Again, when I look at Godspeed, bro, it makes me think, like, are transmuters just the best type in the verse? Because, yo, Tyler, and what's up, bro? Chat, everyone should go check out Tyler's channel. He makes some really good power scaling videos as well. What's up, Tyler? But yeah, bro, what I was saying is, like, transmuters low key might be the strongest in the verse, because, like, if Killua can transmute his aura into electricity, why don't all the transmuters just transmute their aura into light and just have light speed attacks? That's something I've wondered for a while, bro. Gon's Hatsu is low-key kind of trash. You know what, bro? I'm not even gonna lie, you're right. Like, it is... Oh, wait, I didn't realize I still had officer level here. This is from when we were ranking the Chimera Ants. Let me get rid of that. Gon's Hatsu is low-key kind of trash. It's a real shame, dude, because, like, it could have been so much better. The problem with Gon's Hatsu is, like, he's an actual child. So he developed a very childish ability, right? Like, it's literally just rock, paper, scissors. Like scissors seems better than rock. Like, it's mid-range, and it was able to slice through a Chimera Ant that could tank, like, dozens of his punches. Well, no, he just hit him one time. So it was like, it could slice through a Chimera Ant that could tank his punches, like chop them into pieces. It seems like the one with the most potential is like scissors and paper, actually. Rock is all right, I guess, but it just has a lot of drawbacks. Like, the charge up time is a real problem. If he had used rock on his feet to, like, exponentially increase his speed, that would have been better than, like, what he has right now. But I think, like, he hasn't even perfected his Hatsus. Like, he was starting to make it better. Like, when he got to the point where he could charge, I'd make an argument that it's actually closer to mid-tier. Like, maybe I should put it there. Like, what do you think about that, chat? Because I think, like, when Gon had the ability to charge while running, that kind of makes rock, like, mid-tier. What do you guys think about that? You said the video's lagging? Oh, that's fine. As long as the audio's still coming through clear, because this is mostly, like, still at this point. Okay? Let me know what you guys think about that, chat. I think if we're talking about Gon who can charge while running, then I think it's mid-tier. But if we're talking about start of series Gon, it's, like, kind of trash. And I think the potentials of the ability can be really strong. Like, if he's switching them up, he could also, like, get to a point where maybe it's like he charges with both hands. Like, he charges rock in one hand, scissors in the other, and then they're just straight up guessing, like, they don't know which. Like, I think full potential Gon would have been crazy. Like, imagine he has rock in one hand, paper in the other. So it's like he tries to hit you with rock, you jump back to dodge it, then he just cracks you with paper. Like, he had potential to do crazy stuff with it. So I'll go ahead and put it at mid-tier. But if we're just talking about, like, the moment they got it, then he would be, like, kind of trash. Okay? Let's see. Kurapika, he's definitely high tier. Like, the real debatable thing is, do you guys think Kurapika's ability is better than Godspeed? Godspeed, I think, is going to be the bottom floor. Like, it might be the pinnacle of the high tiers, bro. Godspeed might be the pinnacle of all high tier Hatsus. It really might be. But, yeah, I don't know. Godspeed is just like the one power where it makes me think like, man, are transmuters just actually the strongest? They legit might be, Chad. I'm not gonna lie. Transmuters might legit just be the strongest type. It's debatable though, because it just seems like you could augment yourself to kind of do anything if you're a transmuter. But I think Kurapika's power might be right here. It's like he essentially can do just about everything Chrollo can do, but he can do it faster and with conditions that are all dependent on himself, not dependent on others. So like for Chrollo to steal your ability, he has to like make you do a list of things. Like he has to make his opponent like put their palm on like the book that he uses. He has to make the opponent talk about their ability. He has to do all that kind of stuff. But with Kurapika, if he wants to steal your ability, he just hits you with his chain and steals it within seconds. So he can do like all the stuff Chrollo can do, but like without having to rely on the other person. He also gets access to all Nen types 100%. Like the ability to use all Nen types at 100% proficiency is insane. So and then yeah, like Kurapika has a list of different powers. So I don't know, but it's just, I think Godspeed might be the pinnacle of the high tiers just because like the ability to pretty much become faster than adult Killua for honestly nothing is crazy, bro. It's honestly crazy. Like I was thinking about it, man. The only drawback to Godspeed is if he uses it until it runs out. But if Killua just uses it and then turns it off and then turns it back on, turns it off, uses it in bursts, it's straight up like the best Hatsu. Like it's almost a top 5. It might even be just straight up in the top 5, bro. It's crazy, dude. Godspeed is crazy. And it also makes me think like, man, I wish instead of like the things that Godspeed makes me think is like if Killua could just catapult his speed beyond the limits of his adult potential for basically free, maybe Gon could have done like a conditional Nen to increase his power beyond the limits of his adult potential for free, or like for some kind of cost, and they could have combined together and like maybe beaten Pito without Gon going adult Gon mode. I think they could have had some way to do it, bro. Like low key. Like imagine if he had like some kind of rock that like let him do like an adult Gon level rock for one attack, but he can't use Nen for like a month afterwards or something crazy like that. Mixed with Godspeed speed, just like they could have done something. I don't know. Sometimes I wish that they went a different direction with the like Godspeed adult Gon stuff, but it is what it is. Let's keep going to the next ability. Let's go to Hisoka, all right? So Hisoka, like the truth is, it's just a really good ability for Hisoka. If you gave his ability to just about anyone else, it would low-key be kind of trash. But with Hisoka, like with how crafty he is with it, with how high his battle IQ is, it ends up working pretty well. So I'm gonna put Hisoka. It's like Hisoka would either be like the pinnacle of mid-tier or the bottom of high tier. You said Hisoka top 5. No, Hisoka is not top 5. Because, like, all he's doing is just turning his aura into, like, rubber and gum. That's it. But it's just, like, it's only useful for a guy like him who's physically strong even without Hatsu. And he's, like, his fight IQ is super high. So he can think of all these tricks and, like, 5D level chess while he's fighting Nen Masters at the same time. Like most people can't do that, so it wouldn't be that useful if you just gave it to like a random jobber, but like for Hisoka it's cracked. Yeah, that's true. Hisoka uses it to its max potential. Hisoka uses it to its max potential. Like, he's either the bottom of high tier or, like, the pinnacle of mid tier. Like, for example, someone like Shalnark, Shalnark's ability is better than Hisoka's, in my opinion. Like, the ability to just one-shot control people is pretty insane. And then to just turn yourself Super Saiyan mode if you want to is pretty crazy, too. But let's keep going here. Let's keep going. Hanzo's power, I need to look and like actually read that chapter again to remember everything it does. Like, I just remember he was like astral projecting himself. But I don't remember like it, like he had like multiple different powers. I need to reread his powers again. I don't remember all the details of them. Like, if someone in the chat could like list out all the details of Hanzo's Hatsu ability, that would be great, and we could give him a better, more accurate ranking. But I'm thinking like Hanzo is going to be somewhere in the high tier. I don't remember like how he uses it to fight though. Like, all I remember is that he uses it and like astral projects himself. And I think he can make clones of himself too. I don't remember the limitations of it. So if anyone in the chat remembers like exactly how Hanzo's powers work, let me know. Then like that actually gets me thinking about Morel, because I was talking about making clones of yourself. Morel would be pretty good up here. Where's Morel at? Chat, do you guys see Morel? Oh, I see him. I think Morel is better than Hisoka. His ability is better than Hisoka. It's debatable if it's better than like these other manipulators though. Accompli, what's up, bro? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Melioron is broken. Melioron is pretty... Like, Melioron is just a really good support type ability. The ability to just make yourself invisible and make other people invisible too is crazy. And I don't even think they can be detected by N. I'm not sure if they can be. But Morel is pretty crazy. Like, the ability to just turn smoke into pretty much anything is nuts. Like, something I've wondered for a while is, like, why doesn't he just make, like, smoke armor that's, like, the same strength as, Smoky Jail? Because Youpi couldn't even break through Smoky Jail, so, like, he could have, like, Royal Guard level defense if he did that. I don't know why he doesn't do that. But yeah, there's a lot of like really good high tier abilities in Hunter x Hunter. Let's get another mid tier one. Another mid tier one would be someone like Goto. He's just throwing coins faster than bullets. That's not really that good. It's kind of trash, to be honest. Like, it's borderline kind of trash. It doesn't even have that much versatility. He's just throwing coins at the speed of bullets. If he runs out of coins, then like, does he even have Hatsu? Like you know. If he doesn't have coins, does he even have Hatsu is a good question. Chat, what do you think? If Goto runs out of coins, is he just cooked? Can he just not use Hatsu anymore? Let me know what you think. Like, at that point, he might as well just have guns, dude. Let's see. Who else? Let's see. So, let's do Kite next, okay? So Kite, he's definitely in the high tier. I think he'd be above Morel. The high tier is gonna be pretty big. The high tier is gonna be a pretty big category. Essentially, if you're a manipulator, you're almost guaranteed gonna be high tier just because it's so hacks. Makito, you said maybe he makes coins. That is possible, bro. That is possible. Skyrim, thank you for the donation, bro. I appreciate it a lot. You said Owl's Cloth is OP. It one-shots, crazy durability. Owl's Fun Cloth. Is that one of Chrollo's abilities? Is that the like cloth ability that Chrollo used? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Owl's Fun Cloth is. Goto's Hatsu doesn't even feel like an ability. True. It's just him like putting aura on coins and throwing them. Okay. You said, where's Feitan? Okay, yeah, we can do Feitan next. So Feitan's is pretty strong, but it also has the drawback that he has to be damaged first in order to use it. But, like, the power he gets from it is really crazy. Like, I don't think there's any human in the verse that could just tank it and survive it. It was strong enough to, kill, like, it was stated it almost killed multiple Phantom Troop members at the same time. I don't really think any of the human characters can survive it. So, low-key, is it better than Illumi's? What do you guys think? Do you think it's better than Illumi's? Feitan's power might be better than Illumi's. That one is kind of debatable because, like, Illumi can one-shot kill you, but there might be some limitations to it. Meanwhile, Feitan, it was stated his power was so strong, and it has multiple other forms too, but, like, one of them almost killed, like, multiple Phantom Troop members at once. It's like a Phantom Troop wiping power, which is crazy. I'm thinking I might put him above Illumi. Skyrim, who had the cloth power? Was that Chrollo's power? Fun cloth? Oh, are you talking about that one Shadow Beast who trapped, who, like, threw a cloth over the Phantom Troop and it shrank them all? Is that one? That was one of the Shadow Beasts, right? I think it was this dude right here. He actually did have a broken ability. He actually did have a broken one. Like, he has to bare minimum, like, be above Bungee Gum. I think that was the Shadow Beast guy, right? Is that who you're talking about? I don't know. I don't know if that's who you're talking about, but oh, Owl. Yeah. So that's the Shadow Beast guy. Yeah, that's right. Owl, he's the Shadow Beast. Yeah, it's this dude, I think. And yeah, he had a cloth where he throws it, like, anything that's underneath the cloth just gets shrank to like a hand-sized object. So it's pretty much the same thing as Shoot's power, but he doesn't have to damage you to do it. And there is some debate about who's Hatsu's better than who, either Feitan's or Illumi's. And it's like, with Illumi, there might be some counter to it. You might be able to aura diff, like, block it. And if you can't pierce his skin, I don't think that the needle would do anything to you. But with Feitan, it's like, it's just one-shotting any human in the verse, I think, if he lands it. That's debatable, unless they have, like, some innate fire resistance ability. Also, I was talking about it. I had spoken about it before in my Bisky's overpowered video. But, bro, Bisky should, like, if she had chosen a fighting type ability, she would, in my opinion, she'd be a top 5 Nen user, or, like, real close to it. And I think she should have had, like, a diamond armor ability. That would have fit her perfectly because she's a jewel hunter. Like, she's constantly chasing after jewels. She should have just had, and I think she's a manipulator. So she should have just, or she might be a transmuter. I don't remember which. But, like, if she had just created some diamond armor, like, that would have been perfect for her and she would have been insane. Just have peak dirt defense. Like, she just chose a stupid power. I'm not gonna lie to you. Bisky should be top 5 in this list, but she just chose a dumb power. But anyway, is there any debate about what I have so far? I think I saw some people saying Kite over Morel. Yeah, that is kind of debatable too. Kite versus Morel, whose power is just like a better Hatsu to have. I mean, Morel is more flexible than just about anyone on this list in terms of what he can do with his ability. Like, him and Hisoka are, like, at the pinnacle of flexibility, really. But Kite is just kind of, like, we don't even know everything Kite has. Like, we only saw, I think, 3 out of his, how many abilities does Kite have in total? Does Kite have, like, 6? What was the highest number we saw on the crazy slots? Was it 4? I don't remember how many Kite has in total. But I remember thinking we only saw, like, half of his total powers, and one of them literally reincarnates him. So, like, who knows what the other ones are? And he has 10? He has 10? Are you sure? He has 10? Hold up, I gotta Google that. Does Kite have 10 powers? How many? Let me see. How many crazy slots does Kite have? 9. Okay, yeah, no, Kite has to be pretty high up there, bro. Because he has to be pretty high up there. Like, one of his abilities literally reincarnates him, bro. That's insane. Bro basically has, like, a free wish on the Dragon Balls with that. And then everything he used, he said, was a bad spin. Imagine if he has one spin that's like a good spin. He's crazy. Cosmic Cookie, you said Hanzo ability is astral projection, where he can create a doppelganger and it can phase through stuff, but the real body needs to be at rest and full focus for it to return. He has to be back to the real body. Okay, yeah, I think he's good where he is then. Can the astral projection one, like, actually hurt people? But anyway, yeah, let's keep going. Leorio's ability, it was just designed for medicine, actually. He designed it, like, to use for surgeries as a doctor. But, it's pretty decent. It's definitely better than Goto. I think it's in the mid-tier. If someone strong uses it, though, then it's pretty strong. Like, someone like, someone like Jing having it makes it pretty crazy. Jing might actually be using it better than Leorio can, which is kind of sad. But yeah, like, if someone has high attack potency and they're using this, then it's pretty broken. But you have Pillow Hands Leorio using it, then it's kind of trash. But, like, I was talking about this in the Jing versus Netero debate. Someone like Jing having it is really strong because say like Jing's fighting somebody like Netero and can't bypass the Buddha hands. He doesn't actually even have to do that to damage Netero. He can just like hit him with some sneak punches without figuring out how to get through the Buddha hand attacks. He can just like throw Leorio's sneak punch attack and do some good damage with it. So especially if he uses Ko while he does it, like kind of like just teleporting a rock over and slamming him with it. But anyway, let's keep going. I think, I don't know, Leorio might actually be better than Gones. Gones is, the big problem with Gones, it's just such a childish ability. It has potential to be really strong, like I was saying earlier. Like, imagine if Gon gets to the point where he's skilled enough to use John Ken with both hands, which in theory he should be able to, like, then they have to guess which one they're going to be hit with. And if he got it to that point, then I would even question putting it at the bottom of high tier. But like that would be like a full potential version of it. And Bisky says that it would take Gon years before he fully mastered his ability anyway. But like if you could use John Ken with both hands, then you have one hand, they wouldn't know what it is. So it's like one hand could be rock, the other one could be paper, one could be scissors, one could be rock. And it's like they jump, like you try to hit them with rock, they jump back to avoid that, then you shoot paper with the other one. That would make it a really strong power. Anyway, let's keep going. Who else should we put on here? Genthru. Oh, Genthru's is actually really good, bro. Genthru, he's pretty strong, dude. Like, Little Flower is not that crazy. Like, it was stated Little Flower isn't that strong of an explosion. It's, like, compared to actual normal gunfire. He had, like, different versions of Little Flower, though. Like, so in the beginning of the Gon versus Genthru fight, like, when he's using Little Flower with just one hand, you can predict it and be safe. But if he's using Little Flower with both hands, it gets more dangerous. Like, it was to the point where Gon couldn't block both of them. But that's also because Gon was like a beginner. Like, more powerful people probably could block both Little Flowers. But what gets his really crazy one is Countdown. Like, I think he had the exact multiplier for Countdown. He said, like, Countdown was something like 10 times stronger than Little Flower was. It's like a conditional Nen version of Little Flower, basically. And I think he said it was 10 times stronger. And it was like, he blew up like hundreds of people at once with it. So, honestly, he might be above Morel. Like, just Countdown. He might be above Morel. This one's debatable. Between Genthru and Morel. But just like the potency of Countdown seems crazy. I don't even know if you can block it. It might be like internal. I don't even know if you can block it. Can you teleport other stuff through Leorio's Hatsu? Probably. Like anything that he's carrying in his hand. Oh yeah, that's a good point. If Chrollo stole Leorio's Hatsu, he'd be way better with it. He could just teleport and use the Ben's knife, where it's like 1 milligram of it could paralyze a whale. So like imagine that, he can just one-shot anyone with that if you combine those two. It would be better in the hands of other people. Like straight up, maybe Leorio should just give that power to Kurapika or something, bro. He's not using it well anyway, man. Give it to someone else. All right, let's keep looking here. Oh yeah, Knuckle. Knuckle is definitely high tier. He might be above Kite, bro. Like, it's one of the like most broken Hatsus, bro. Like, I think at lowest Knuckle should be here. At highest Knuckle should be like here. Whoops. He's either right here or like right here. It's hard to like these manipulators who have these one-shot abilities with their needle. It's hard to get past them on this list. That's kind of a like hard line to get past. No shot he's above Morel. Who, Knuckle? I think Knuckle's power is just more hack-based than Morel's is. You said that Genthru's Hatsu is honestly sorry. Bro, Countdown is actually really strong, though. Like, Countdown, I don't know if people can block Countdown. And, like, the only way that we saw to stop the Countdown is, like, well, one, if you just knock him out, which is fair. Because a lot of people could do that. But the other thing is, you have to catch him and say, I caught the bomber. Like, who is going to just intuitively think and say that, you know? Like, people aren't going to just naturally do that. Oh, you meant Genthru being above Morel. Yeah, it's just because of Countdown. Little Flower would be below Morel's, but Countdown is pretty broken. I think it was stated to be 10 times stronger than Little Flower, and I think it does, like, internal explosions. I could be wrong about that. There is, I guess there's some debate to be had between which is better, but Countdown is just really strong. Does he actually need to explain it to activate it? Oh, if that's the case, then I'll put Morel above him. If he needs to explain it to activate it, that's kind of a drawback. All right, let's see. Who else should we put on here? Bisky's is going in trash. I'm sorry. It has to go in kind of trash. It's useless for combat. Useless. I mean, the only good thing about Bisky's power is, like, it would let you train more often, but it's straight up, it has to be in the trash factor. You can't even use it for fighting. Oh, Netero. Netero is probably in top 5. Especially, like, in terms of just raw power, it's insane. But it's just so, like, it's a very skill-based Hatsu. Like, if you gave this to some random jobber, it wouldn't be that strong. But, like, it's insane because Netero has millions of flawless attack patterns. Like, in terms of just raw combat ability, I think it's actually #1 out of everything we've seen. But, it's hard to put him above someone like Nanika, who can just actually grant any wish. And Knov, who can just, like, erase your head. It might be better than Knov's. I mean, because Netero's using it, I'd say it's better than Knov's. This is debatable, though. Let me know in the chat, whose Hatsu do you think is actually better? Netero's Buddha hands or Knov's ability to just erase people's head? Which one do you think is a better Hatsu ability overall? Yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. Also, Netero has Zero Hand, which is just insane. So, I don't know. There is debatable. It's a debate between which one you think is better, Knov's or Netero's. Netero's is definitely just like a skill-based, mastered Hatsu. It's insane. Okay. So let's keep going here. Who else should we add to this list? Maybe Misa Stone. Misa Stone, he might be the very pinnacle of mid-tier. Or maybe he should be at the bottom of high tier. I don't know. Like, if all he can do is just freeze people for a little while, then it's kind of cheeks. Like, it's good, but, like, I don't know. There might be limits to it, right? Like, if he... It seems like it's really great as a support ability. Like, if he can just freeze you out of nowhere for a moment, that's pretty good. But, like, is that legit all it does? He just freezes you for a second, then you can move again. Can he attack you while you're frozen? Like, those are things we don't really know. If he's just freezing you and you can't even attack them while they're frozen, then I kind of want to put it at a lower range. But, like, it seems like it's a great support ability. Especially if he has someone with long range powers, like, let's say he's with Illumi, he could free, like, let's say that him and Illumi are teamed up fighting someone, he could freeze somebody, and Illumi hits him with the needle then. It'd be pretty good. Oh, bro, the ants with the darts are, like, they might be up in top, they might be at the pinnacle. These Ortho siblings, they're insane. It's actually them working together that makes the power really good. I'm not gonna lie, they might be above Godspeed. They might actually be the new pinnacle of high tier, because it's like, it's almost impossible to defeat that. It's like a domain expansion, basically, where the darts don't exist until the moment they're, like, stabbing you. And But it's them working together, right? Like, him on his own, he can't do it. And it's also, like, it's pretty condition-based. Like, there might also be a condition where you have to be in that cave as well. Like, if you're fighting them out in the open, you could just cook them, right? Because he has to play a game of darts while he's fighting you. But, like, if all the conditions are met, it's almost unstoppable. Like, you got to put them together. Yeah, if all the conditions are met, it's like borderline unstoppable. Like, the only way is, like, if you're not a Zoldyck, right? How do you survive that? Like, the only ways you could survive that if you're not a Zoldyck is you need to have the power to destroy the entire cave that they're in. Someone like Feitan might be able to do it. Probably could. With, like, a max level Pain Packer, he could probably destroy the whole place. Or you have to have the speed to just, like, search the entire area while being stabbed until you find them. Like, you'd need, like, Royal Guard tier durability and speed to do that. Like, Meruem could do that. Like, if Meruem was there, he would just, like, find them in an instant and kill them. Or you use N and you find them. It's like almost no one other than Killua or some of the other Zoldicks would have been able to survive that. I don't know. What do you think about the Ortho siblings being that high up? Because, like, if all the conditions are met, they're cracked. But if they're just fighting in a normal open area, then they're not that good. Like, this is them under peak conditions. Like, they're in their cave, they're hidden away while they're doing all of that. They'd be, like, up here. But if they're not, they're they're actually kind of not that great. They'd be, like, probably like this. They'd definitely be above Genthru. I don't know. They would be lower because, like, they themselves are physically not that strong. Killua one-shot them both while he was near death. But, like, under best conditions, they're, like, pinnacle of high tier. Where should I put him, chat? Where should I put him? You want me? I'm thinking it might have to be pinnacle of high tier, bro. Like, under best conditions, I think they're pinnacle of high tier. You said they can't always be in peak. That's true. Like, in an open field, a lot of people can just beat them. Because they have to play a full game of darts to do it. He's just standing there playing darts. So, like... and she has to, like, put a tag on the opponent. So, I don't know. It's tough. Maybe I'll put them right below Killua then. I don't know. Maybe I'll just put them right there. Just factoring in the fact that, like, they're not always at peak. Let me know if you think I should move them down or move them up. It's kind of hard to choose. Just above Feitan? Yeah, it's practically a domain expansion, chat. That's, like, what it is. It's basically just domain expansion. I don't know. I'll leave it here for now, but maybe I'll move it around later. Why isn't Kurapika top 5? Just because, like, there's more crazy abilities. Like, Killua's Godspeed, it's letting him have speed beyond the limits of his full potential. Knov can just erase people's heads, like, one shot, remove their heads. We don't know if there's any limit to that. Like, he might be able to do that to anyone. Netero's Zero Hand might be the single strongest physical attack we've seen, and he has millions of flawless attack patterns. And then Nanika is literally the Dragon Balls. So, I think this is good placement for Kurapika. Like, these guys legit have domain expansion, bro. That's what we're dealing with. Like Kurapika, yes, he has a lot of broken powers, but this is domain expansion. And then this is going beyond the limits. This is, like, basically turning into adult Killua for a few minutes. All right. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Meruem. Meruem's gotta be... No, the real pinnacle of high tier has to be Meruem. Like, actually, he might just be, like, top 5. So, Meruem, his aura, he has a bunch of abilities now if we're talking about post-Rose Meruem. Matter of fact, if we're talking about post-Rose Meruem, he might be, like, here. Because, post-Rose Meruem, he, yeah, I think Skyrim was talking about it, Meruem's Photon ability. Yeah. So, Meruem, he he took Poof's ability of spiritual message. I forget if it's spiritual message or spiritual massage, but it was like the ability to hypnotize people. And he could shoot those photons out at the speed of light. Like, he mixed them with his N. So, in theory, he could kind of do like Gojo's domain expansion. Like, hypnotize people at the speed of light. I don't know how long it would take for him to hypnotize, like, a hunter. It seemed like the hunters and, like, stronger people had more of a resistance to it. Because if not, then, like, why didn't Poof just, like, mind wipe all of the palace hunters and make them, like, immobile? I think, like, some hunter... It's spiritual message? Okay. Yeah, I think some hunters have higher resistance to it. I don't know. I don't know if it even got explained. But, yeah, like, being able to mix Poof's scales in with his light speed N is actually insane. We never saw him use it to hypnotize people, though. He just, like, was reading everyone's emotions at the speed of light. But if he could use it to hypnotize people, then he's, like, right below Nanika. And then also aura synthesis. So it's like anytime he eats someone, he gains, like, their Hatsu ability. And he gets stronger from their aura. Like, their aura adds to his own. He's just really broken. He's built like a Toriko character. That's like how Toriko works. Okay, he's broken. Skyrim, you said he can also teleport to locations with photons. Is that true? I'd have to look into that. I don't remember Poof ever doing that. He was, like, that wasn't him teleporting. That was him just moving so fast that it, like... No. That wasn't him, like, teleporting. That was him just, like, running places super fast. But no, Alucard's is still number one because it's literally just the Dragon Balls. Anyway, let's go to the next one. But, like, yeah, if Meruem can hypnotize people with his photons, then I'm putting him right here. If he can't hypnotize people, then I'd probably put him here. Like, aura synthesis is really broken for him, though. Like, it just has the potential to be number one. So, if it's just aura synthesis, it might be, like, here. Well, let me put it like this. If he can't hypnotize the speed of light, then he might just be pinnacle of high tier. But if he can hypnotize people at the speed of light, then he's right here. Okay. All right. Yeah, you guys wanted me to put Melioron on here. So Melioron is just a really broken support type. Like, is it the best support type? It probably is. It might be the best support type in the verse. Where you, like, I don't think anyone can sense your presence while he's using the ability. So, like, it's like the best of all support types, but 1v1, it doesn't really help him. But if he's with someone else, it makes them just broken. Like, him and Knov together might be able to take out the Royal Guard. Just turning invisible, erasing the Royal Guard's heads. They might have soloed the Royal Guard. And I think that's the real reason why Togashi removed Knov from the invasion. Just because his power's too broken. But on his own, maybe I'll put him right here. Let's see, what else do we got? Who else would be, like, a fun one? Pito. Pito's, like, ability, Pito can heal other people and can use Tepsakura to, like, fight beyond the Pito's own abilities, like, go beyond Pito's own limits. It's not mid-tier. It would be, like, it's definitely better than all these guys'. Better than Misa Stone. Probably better than Hanzo. Probably better than Bungee Gum. Well, it's really strong because Pito's really strong, right? Like, oh, and Pito can also make puppets of other people. Maybe just right above Bungee Gum. Where's Poof at? Poof is pretty good. Poof should be pretty high on the high tiers. Like, being able to hypnotize people is pretty crazy. Being able to make clones, like invincible clones of yourself, is pretty nuts. I think I would put Pito above, like, the manipulators with one-shot needles. Like, the clone part is pretty crazy. The hypnotizing people is pretty crazy. Like, in theory, like, I wonder if all the clones can do hypnotizing as well. If the clones can hypnotize people as well, then Poof can, like, take out, like, armies of people without ever having to fight himself. So he might even be better than Feitan. He might be, like, right here. Low-key, he might even be above Chrollo. It's debatable. He's either like right below Chrollo or right above him. It's debatable. The more I think about it, I just want to keep putting him higher up because, like, if he can hypnotize people with his clones, he's insane. Who else should we put on here that would be interesting? Let's see. Youpi, might as well put Youpi on here. I think he would just be like, it's just, well, he was transforming himself. That was like his biology. I don't think that was his Nen ability. I think that was because he was made of magical beasts. But him shooting an aura cannon, that's like, I mean, it's only good because he has so much aura. So I'll just put him at the peak of mid tier. Like, if you're a normal person in Hunter x Hunter, that's kind of a trash move. Rank the Lion Ant. His ability is pretty cracked. Yeah, so he, like, created a surf, like a, not a surf, like a tidal wave tsunami thing. But that's kind of only good if you're in, like, a closed room, right? Like, otherwise, the water's just going to, like, disperse on the ground. Where's... And he stole that ability anyway. It wasn't actually his. It was, like, stolen and given to him. But we can use that. Where is he at? Where is he at? Oh, actually, oh, and Shoot, too. Shoot should be right next to Knuckle, wherever Knuckle is. I'll put him, like, right below Knuckle. But where's that lion? Oh, and I just saw Sayu, too. Sayu needs to be pretty high up. Sayu might actually be pinnacle of high tier. Oh, maybe. Sayu might be pinnacle of high tier, where he just makes you go blind, deaf, and unable to speak if he hits you 3 times. That's pretty insane. But where's the lion? I was looking for him. And just saw other people along the way. I don't see the lion yet. Let me know if you see where the lion is. Uvogin is actually low-key kind of trash. It's just rock, and that's all he has is just rock. It's like a close-range version of what Youpi's doing. Youpi's aura cannon at least has range to it, but this is just like rock. That's it. Low-key, it might be worse than... Well, it's like better than Gon's rock, but Gon has other abilities he can use too. Like, Uvo just has rock. But he also seems like he can charge it while running. But Gon can too. I mean, Uvogin's stronger than Gon, but like, it's just rock. He doesn't have scissors and paper. I'm going to put him below Gon's. Finks. Oh yeah, Finks. Low-key, I'm not going to lie. I think Finks is better than Uvo's. Well... It might be. Like, if he does max level wind-up, he might be above Uvo. They're close. Like, the more I do this, the more I'm starting to realize enhancers are kind of trash, bro. Well, their abilities are just the least hacks-based, but they have, like, really good base stats. Uvo definitely would... I mean, Finks would definitely be above Gon. It's debatable, man. This is kind of debatable. And I think Uvo should be behind. I don't know. The mid tier is like a battle for first place mid. You said the Lion's 2 below Razor. Razor, I should put him on here too. And I don't even see Razor. Where's Razor at? I don't even know what Wing's ability is, but I'm sure it's garbage. So I'll just put Wing here. Where is Uvo? I mean, not Uvo. Where is Razor and where is the Lion? I don't see... Oh, I just found the Lion. Oh, and I see Razor too. Okay, the Lion, like creating a surf wave, maybe we'll put him at the peak of mid. Because if you're outside, like, is that even that good? Then I saw Razor, the ability to make like 6 devils that were all pretty strong. Like for Razor, that's a strong ability. Combining that with his volleyball. Hold on, I gotta move him kind of... Maybe he should be here. Like, it's kind of like a bungee gum type thing where it's strong because Razor is strong. But maybe something like that. Might be something like... It might actually even be better than Terpsichore. Okay. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Castro, he could make doubles, but he couldn't really use it well. I'm gonna put, because he couldn't use it well, it might just be like slightly better than Gon's. If it was well defined, it would have been like, if it fit him well, it would have been higher up. But like, he could barely use it. I'll just put him above Gon. I think that's all right. Oh, Zeno and Silva. Zeno's is pretty good. Like, Dragon Dive is a really good ability for fighting multiple opponents, and like, he can create the dragon to like fly on it too and travel. It's just kind of like a convenient and cool looking power, and it was strong enough where like Chrollo said he couldn't block it. So it's a pretty good ability. I think I'll put, where would I put Zeno? So in the high tiers. At the lowest, he'd be the pinnacle of mid-tier, but like, I think he'd be above Misa Stone and Hanzo. Oh, he has to be above Hisoka. It's better than, it's like on par with Hisoka's bungee gum, bro. It might be like that. Yeah, it's probably better than bungee gum. It might be, I mean, and this Razor placement's starting to look weird now. Like, it might be better than Razor's power too. Might be it might be better than Tepsakura. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if it is or not. It might be like this or right behind. It's something like that. Make a tier called Beanolt tier. Oh yeah, doesn't Beanolt's power just like, if he eats hair, he learns about them? That's stupid. Where is Beanolt at? He has to go in kinda trash. We gotta find Beanolt, put him specifically in kinda trash. Where is Beanolt at? Let me know if you guys see Beanolt. He might not have even been included in the tier list. Oh, I see him right here. Yeah, Beanolt is like, I don't even know what Wing's ability is, but I'm putting Beanolt below him, bro. He has to eat someone's hair, bro. Thinks he's Deku from My Hero Academia. We also have, there's someone else I wanted to put on here that I saw. I don't know. Like, there was someone else that I saw that I was like, oh yeah, that would be a good addition. Well, Silva, we don't even know like the extent of Silva's power. We just saw him make like 2 energy blasts and throw them, and he's an emitter, so I don't know. Those 2 energy blasts throwing them was pretty cool, but he, like, that's probably not everything he has. I'll put him in high tier, put him like right above Hanzo. We don't even know like everything he has, but I can't imagine. I think he has more than what he's displayed. Fourth Prince. Oh yeah, Fourth Prince. If Fourth Prince was on here, he'd probably be in top 5. I forgot about Fourth Prince. He's actually insane. He has 2 broken Nen Beasts. He can like go into the future and change the future. Yeah, no, I didn't add the Fourth Prince to this list, but just know if he was in here, he'd be like right behind Netero. He would be top 5. Fourth Prince would be top 5. I forgot to add him to this list, but he would be top 5. Yeah, I forgot all about Fourth Prince. Yeah, my fault. I would have added him to it if I had remembered, but Fourth Prince 100% is a top 5. He has one of the best in the I'd put him above Knov, and maybe, yeah, above Knov, below Netero. Probably something like that. But it's debatable. He might legit just be number 2, like right after Nanika. You could make that argument. Because imagine if someone like Meruem had the Fourth Prince's power. Imagine that, bro. Like, the only thing that makes the Fourth Prince weak is that he himself is not physically strong. But imagine if you had someone like Meruem with the ability to see into the future, change the future, create 2 Nen Beasts. One of them turns you into a monster. The other one has completely unknown powers. It's like, nah. So, yeah, I wish I had the Fourth Prince on here. Low-key, I'd probably put him above Meruem. If the Fourth Prince was here, man, I wish I had added that. That's such a good addition. I didn't even think. I wish there was just like a question mark I could use as a placeholder. But just so everyone in the chat knows, if the Fourth Prince was here, I'd put him in second place. The only one with a better Hatsu than Fourth Prince is Nanika. Yeah, there's no manga characters. Yeah, there's no manga characters. It's just anime only characters. So like Kamala, her ability is like she can just create Nen users, and like they can power up by killing other people, and by killing Nen users they get stronger at a faster rate. That's a really, like, that's one of the best support abilities too. I'd put her like, if Kamala was on here, I'd put her probably I mean, she's just a really, really good support type. I don't know. She would probably be above Meliora, like above Hisoka, above Razor. She might be like, she might be above Pito, but below Zeno, something like that. Let's keep looking. You said Gon's Hatsu ability is so bad. It is pretty trash, bro. I almost put him in kind of trash, but like, I was putting Gon this high because of like he started fixing the weaknesses. If it was just intro level Gon, he would be in kind of trash, I think, because he has to stand there and charge it. It has so many weaknesses, but like a full potential Rock is strong. Full potential John Ken is actually really strong. Like being able to charge with both hands, they don't know which one you're gonna hit him with. He pretty much gets a guaranteed hit no matter what. Can run while charging it. Like a full potential rock paper scissors would be pretty crazy, but it was still in its baby stages. You mean Morena? Oh, am I mixing them up? Wait, who's Camilla then? Who's Camilla? Well, what's Camilla's powers? Can someone explain to me Camilla? I'm forgetting who that is. Okay, now Chitu's interesting because he got the Hatsu ability where he could put you into a subspace and like you had to catch him. If you can't catch him, you don't know what happens to you. And like, I don't know if there's a lot of people who would be able to catch him. You might just be trapped in that subspace forever. We don't know what would have happened if you don't catch him. And then after that Hatsu ability failed, he said he could never use it again after that. So it had a really strong conditional net on it. Then he developed an arrow. We don't even know what the arrow would do. And then he got a third power from Pito that we never even got to see. He has to be above like a lot of people in mid tier, bro. Like, he might be like, might even be better than Hisoka's. Oh, Camilla the cat, where it was like, if you kill Camilla, she comes back to life and the cat like absorbs your soul and gets stronger, right? It was something like that, right? Yeah, it was like post-mortem Nen that just kept reviving her over and over. That was pretty crazy. Camilla, I don't know. I don't even know how you kill her. Yeah, and the Nen beasts are all interesting. Like, I think we're going to have to make a separate tier list called Ranking the Princes. And I think I'm actually... Yeah, I'll have to do a separate tier list for ranking the princes. And then also maybe like a full-fledged video on that. Like ranking the princes could be a tier list, and then I could make a video called like the strongest prince or something like that. But Camilla, she's real strong. Like, yeah, ranking the Nen beast, we'll definitely need a separate stream for that. But if she was on here, I don't know, she'd probably be around like the Feitan level, somewhere around that. I don't know how you even kill her. Let's see. Is there anyone else interesting on here that I want to put on this list? Let me look for some kind of trash ones. Who's kind of trash? Oh yeah, this bee girl. I think she could just like control bees. Like, I think that's all she could do is control bees. What else? Machi. She can heal people. But that's kind of it. She's just like a support type ability. Maybe she's the pinnacle of kind of trash. All she's doing is just healing people with it. Like, or maybe she should be the bottom, like right above Goto. It's a great ability for healing though, but just like in combat, it's not. It's just some wires, you know. Who else we got on here? Oh, gallery fake, like the ability to clone a bunch of buildings and stuff that's also a really good support one. In the hands of someone like Chrollo, it was really good. Maybe put him here. Let's see who else we got. Oh yeah, Kaluto could just like create like wind cyclones and like put like paper blades in them. Maybe the pinnacle of something like that. Not high tier, but above like a lot of the mid tier guys. Kamugi, the only thing Kamugi could do is just enhance her ability to play Gungi. It's absolutely useless in combat. Maybe Bisky's like the queen of the trash. All right. Looking for anyone else who'd be interesting to put on here. Shizuku, definitely kind of trash. All Shizuku does is just create a freaking vacuum cleaner. She's actually garbage. Like her Hatsu ability is just so bad. It's just creating a straight up vacuum cleaner, bro. Who else we got? That would be interesting to put on here. I'm just looking, seeing if there's anyone else really interesting that I'd put. Like this, like, oh yeah, Bona Lenov. He's definitely like the pinnacle of mid tier, I think. Bona Lenov would be pinnacle of mid tier. And honestly, the more I look at Misa Stone, I kind of want to put Misa Stone in at the pinnacle of mid. Like, because low key, I kind of think Bona Lenov is better. I think that might be good. Yeah, Misa Stone seems more like a support ability. Paku's arrow? Or do you mean Pokal? Isn't that his name, Pokal? This dude? Yeah, he has 3 arrows, but they were just weak. Like, Pokal himself was weak fodder. Like, his fastest arrow was so slow that, Oh, wait, no. Was Pokal the spider that he fought? I'm forgetting their names. I'm forgetting this dude's name. What was this dude's name? This dude... I forgot what his name was, bro. But, his arrows were kind of cheeks. So I'll put him above Goto. But the ability had potential. But it's basically like he's just shooting you with a bow and arrow made out of Nen. But you can catch the arrows. So it's kind of trash. Where did I put him? You put him in mid tier? Yeah, it's kind of trash, bro. The 2 monkeys, he can teleport other people at will. Who? Oh, the guy from Greed Island? I forget his name. I don't see him on the list, though. If I see him, I'll put him somewhere on there. What else we got? Anyone else interesting on here that you see? I think that's all the interesting people from this list. And then there's just a bunch of unknown ones, like... Jing probably has like a high tier, maybe even top 5 one. Pariston could have a really broken one. We don't know what Pariston's would be. Like all the Zodiac probably just have broken Hatsus. I wish we got to see those. Dude, it's a shame we still haven't seen any of those, man. Wish we got to see those already, but it is what it is. Let me see if there's any. Oh, here's this spider who can just create web. I don't even know if that's Hatsu. No, I don't think he even has Hatsu. I think he was just shooting web at people. Oh yeah, and this was a manipulator who was only like manipulating a fodder level Chimera Ant, which is kind of trash. Put him like here. I don't know if he could manipulate anyone other than a fodder level Chimera Ant. Didn't he try to manipulate Shalnark too? I don't remember. Oh, the Wolfine. Dude, Wolfine is kind of trash. Oh, yeah, this guy. He should be in kind of trash. He should be the leader of kind of trash. Because he was just, like, creating, like, these small missiles out of Nen. And I don't think they were the strength of, like, a normal missile. They were just, like, dumb. I remember him being kind of trash. He might be the pinnacle of kind of trash. And... yeah, I think that's all the interesting ones. Paku. Oh yeah, Paku. She could see people's memories. So that's just a really good support ability, but not useful for combat. She could read people's memories and then give her memories to other people if she shot you with her like memory bullet. So it was just good for getting information out of people, but it's not good for like actual combat. Where is she? I don't see her. I mean, in terms of support, she's just good for getting information. So if it was like based on getting information, she'd be high tier, but like in terms of combat, she'd be in the mid tiers. Like you can't really use it for fighting at all. Might even be the pinnacle of kind of trash. I'm looking to see if there's anyone else on here. King Shadow, it was kind of even. Like some people thought Jing won, some people thought Netero won. It was more just like a feats versus lore kind of debate. Anyone else on this list you see here, chat, that you want me to put on the tier list? Why isn't Youpi higher on the list? He low-key was Palace Invasion GOAT. Well, it's just because Youpi, it's like his ability making aura cannons and aura explosions, it's strong because he has a ton of aura, but like if you give this to a normal person, it wouldn't really be that crazy. Like it would be like Gon's paper, basically. Like imagine if someone who just has a normal amount of aura was doing stuff like that, it wouldn't really be that crazy. Like the ability itself is not very strong. Like it's powerful because Youpi's a monster. But it's like not that great. And it was burning through mad amounts of aura as well. Yeah, it was burning through like it actually stated in the manga that he was down to less than 500,000 aura total. 7 minutes into fighting. So he burned through at least 200,000 aura because it was guesstimate like Knuckle guessed that he had around 700k, meaning he could have had more. And then 7 minutes and 53 seconds into the invasion, it said Youpi had less than 500k left. So he used 200,000 aura just like exploding with like doing the aura explosion twice and transforming a few times. He burned through 200k. So like that's the equivalent of Gon using 100 rocks. Well, really 50 because like it cost Gon 2,000 to activate and 2,000 to like follow through. So it was really 4k every rock, but it was like the power of like 100 rocks, I think. But Youpi's really broken because of how much aura he has. But I think a normal person, aura cannon and aura explosion, the way he was using it, wouldn't be that crazy. Anyway, yeah, Youpi was burning through aura like crazy. Like the aura, I'm not saying the aura explosion was as strong as 100 rocks, but like, yeah, I have the panel here. Hold up. Just show you. It was. It was right here. Here, I'll just show you guys this. Yeah, so if you look here, this is like the narrator says this, like it has the timestamp in the bottom right hand panel here. It says 7 minutes 53 seconds. Like that's the amount of time since the invasion started. So 7 minutes 53 seconds into the invasion, the narrator says that Youpi was down to less than 500,000 aura. So that means he used over 200,000 aura in 7 minutes and 53 seconds. And like the left-hand panel, it says through repeated explosions and transformations, aura was being rapidly consumed. So like it's showing you that I think he did 2 aura explosions and then he transformed like 3 or 4 times. All of that together was 200,000 aura at least. And one of Gon's rocks was 2,000 aura of power, and then another 2,000 aura to follow through with the attack, so 4,000. So really, it was like the equivalent amount, like the amount of aura Youpi used in 7 minutes was the same as if Gon charged up rock 50 times over and over again. And Youpi wasn't even tired. He hadn't even used half of his aura. Like Youpi just has an insane amount. All right. But let me get back to the tier list. All right, but yeah, I think this is the complete tier list of everyone that's interesting. Also, Zazan had the stinger ability. Hold up. Zazan's was actually pretty crazy because, like, she could one-shot people with the stinger, like, poison them. And she could also just transform them into, like, chimera ants. So she has to be pretty high up, too. Like, I don't know if you can aura diff that. If you can't aura diff that, then it's actually really broken. It's like on par with like the manipulators. Because she, like, if she hit you with her tail, you would just turn into a chimera ant like serpent. I don't know if you can aura diff that. Bible First, thank you for the donation, bro. I appreciate it a lot. You said, hold on, let me read it. You said the ref is S tier just because his Hatsu is broken. The ref from the Hisoka versus Chrollo match. The ref was built different, man. But all right, guys, I think that's everything for this tier list. I think this is a pretty solid tier list for overall, like, how powerful each individual Hatsu ability is. It kind of became like a hacks tier list. Who has the most hacks Hatsu ability, basically. And I just realized the top 5 doesn't even have 5 people in it. Maybe I should put Sayu in there then. Maybe it should be like that. You said, wait. Please, my guy Wing needs to be on the list. He is, bro. I put him in kind of trash. Wing might have a really good Hatsu. We don't know. I just put him there out of hatred for Wing. If you guys don't know, Wing's my least favorite. Well, like, one of my least favorite characters in the manga because I think he just did a bad job of, like, training going in Killua. But that's me just kind of memeing. Wing, if I'm being honest, he might have a Hatsu that's, like, really good for all we know. He's an enhancer too, so maybe he'd be like the pinnacle of mid-tier, but just for the memes, I was putting him in trash. Yeah, I agree. I think even Wing would have a better Hatsu than Beanalt. Beanalt legit has, like, the worst one in the story. Honestly, the bee girl's power could be kind of strong, like, if she has, like, really poisonous bees, but, like, if you can react to a bee, then you're fine. And I think most people in Hunter x Hunter are reacting to bees, no problem. Like, you have to be a bee. Like, if you're slower than a honeybee in Hunter x Hunter, then you're in some serious trouble. But yeah, she just controls bees, doesn't she? Oh yeah, chat. And remember, like, if the 4th prince was on this list, it would be like, so I should leave it like this. Hold up. The 4th prince, I would put him at number 2. So that's like the true top 5. I just don't have a picture of the 4th prince. Okay? So the true, like, even though the top 5 only has 4 people here, the true top 5, it's Nanika, then the 4th prince, then Meruem, then Netero, then Knov. Shizuku below Komugi is kind of crazy. Oh yeah, she shouldn't be below Komugi. Actually, Shizuku, she just creates a vacuum, right? Like, all she does is create a vacuum cleaner. And I gotta put Wing above Komugi. And, like, I don't know, bro. Like, it's a question between which one's worse. Beanolt's is probably better than Komugi. Komugi has no fighting use whatsoever. She just plays Gungi. But this dude, he just eats hair. He has to eat their hair. He's kind of a weirdo, bro. Melody, what is hers again? She just, like, hears really well, right? But isn't that just who she is? Or no, she can, like, calm people down with her, like, music. Maybe she's pinnacle of trash. I don't know. She just calms people down. I don't think it even, like, does it freeze people? I just remember it calms people down. I don't think it, like, freezes them, though. Yeah, it's basically like a genjutsu, huh? Oh, yeah, and the future teller girl? That's another support ability. It's broken. Like, being able to tell the future, I don't know. Just because of how cool that is, I might put it up here. But, like, it's actually really good. I don't know. Do you guys think Melody should be higher than the pinnacle of kinda trash? Wait, it lasts for a whole minute? Like, you can't fight for a whole minute? Are you sure it lasts that long? It looked like it was just like an instant where you're calm for a moment. Like, kind of the equivalent of, like, if you're just walking down a hallway and then randomly some lo-fi music starts playing and you're like, oh, that's kind of nice. That kind of seemed like what Melody does. Basho? Who is Basho? I forget who Basho is. I don't remember who Basho is. Melody and Shizuku should be higher. Where do you guys think Melody should be? Melody's ability lasts 3 minutes? Really? If it lasts... Like, can you still fight while it's playing? Or is it just the equivalent of, like, you fighting while some lo-fi music plays in the background? That's the real question here. Shizuku's ability is not trash. Doesn't she just pull out like a Dyson vacuum and just like, that's it? Yeah, I mean, all right, maybe I'll put Melody one level above trash. No, but if it lasts 3 minutes and you actually can't fight for those 3 minutes, then I would put her at like pinnacle of mid tier. But if it's just the equivalent of like you fighting while some lo-fi music plays, then she's peak of trash. It's one or the other. She's either peak of mid or peak of trash. I'm not sure. All right, chat. I think that's everything for this stream. Thank you everybody for tuning in. This was a fun one. I got to get back to editing. I chose to play Street Fighter instead of editing. That's why there's no video out tonight. My fault on that. But I got to get back to editing. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate the views a lot. Appreciate the comments. Appreciate the super chats. And yeah, thank you guys. Oh, one other thing is there's a lot of Hatsu abilities we haven't seen. Like the Zodiac members, a lot of those guys might just fill up all the high tiers. Jing probably has a high tier one. My like headcanon theory for what Jing's ability is, I imagine he just has the spirit gun from Yu Yu Hakusho and can shoot a spirit gun at the speed of light. That would be my headcanon for what Jing's Hatsu would be. I don't know. Because he's literally just Yusuke from Yu Yu Hakusho. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the comments and the super chats, all that. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next one.